Hey VC, how's it going? Right, okay, just a quick video show you what I've been buying. This is what I'm listening to at the minute. This is Thundercat Frog, Out the Frying Pan. I've had this for quite a few years now. It's a nice Hammond sort of mod soul album, basically, you know. I think he played with bands like Traffic and, you know, bands from that sort of era. But yeah, really nice record. Actually, the reason why I started listening to this is I saw this on one of the Facebook pages the other day. You can all join in. This is the first Island label sampler, and one of the tracks off this album features on this, which is why I dug out the Thundercat Frog. But yeah, I hadn't played this in years, so I dug this one out. I just really like the cover. I like the fact that all of the artists that are featured on the compilation are there for a group photograph. So you've got Steve Winwood there, and the guys from Free at the bottom. You've got Ian Anderson at the back there. Yeah, it's like a school photograph, end of year photograph. Brilliant. Right, okay. Right, new stuff. I went to the worst record fair I've ever been to a couple of weeks ago. It was a local pub, and it was basically two blokes selling knackered old water damaged records, all of them shit. Apart from, I did pick up a couple of things saying that, a couple of Barcase albums. This is Flying High in Your Love on Mercury from '77. I like that sort of late '70s, just party funk music. Yeah, that's a really nice record. As is this one, another Barcase record. This one is Too Hot to Stop. I think this is the year before, is it? '76, yeah, it was on Phonogram. Yeah, both great albums, cheap and cheerful. Won't be going to that record fair again. Right, okay. Oh, just a quick one, another Funk 12-inch Crusader Street Life, cost me £1 at a car boot. But yeah, you all know what that is, but yeah, I've still got the album, but nice 12-inch version of it, great. Okay, obviously Record Store Day was a while ago. I didn't go out, as I mentioned in my previous video, but there were a couple of albums that I was after, one of which I picked up, I think 2 weeks after Record Store Day. I picked up in a shop in Leamington, Seismic Records. He must have had a shitload of Record Store Day stocking, because it's only a tiny shop, and when I went in, say 2 weeks later, he still had loads of it left, and he reckoned he'd shifted most of it, so God knows how much stuff he had in. But I think if I do need to go out on Record Store Day in future, that's what I'll be heading to. But yeah, this is Marajata. This is basically an Afro Funk album, 70s Afro Funk. Doesn't really get much better than this, than if that's the sort of thing that you're after. I originally saw this in the VC a few years ago, so thank you to whoever showed this. But yeah, a cracking album, and as I say, I think this was put out on Mr. Bongo, their label. 1,000 copies pressed. If Afro Funk is your thing, then definitely pick that up. Right, another African record. This is Sunburst with Ave Africa. This is a nice compilation. This is their album from the early '70s, which they put out with a second album of all their singles from the period. This came out, I think, probably 2 years ago. I was going to pick it up at the time. For whatever reason, I didn't get around to it. I was really pleased I didn't, because I found a brand new copy for £8 the other day. So chuffed with that. It's basically, obviously, it's an African album, but it's got a bit of a sight feel to it. It's funky, but it's got a bit of it has got more of a sight feel to it. It's got that sort of first tone guitar throughout, so that gives it that sort of edge. But yeah, nice compilation. Right, and I said before how much I like the Analog Africa label. I've seen this shown in the VC a few times as well. This is Shadow with Sweet Sweet Dreams. This came out, I think, 1984. So it's just been put out a couple of months ago by Analog Africa. Definitely recommend this. I wasn't going to pick it up initially, and the reason being was that obviously it's got that sort of 80s boogie feel to it, but the vocals are in English, and I must admit I do prefer African music when it's sung in whatever the native dialect is, where it's been recorded, you know. So I think sometimes if it's sung in English language, then it loses a little bit of that feel. But yeah, I'm glad I picked it up. I say it is all in English, but it's just a good Saturday night record, you know. So yeah, definitely worth picking up. Really nicely done, lovely pressing. Yeah, good stuff. Right, okay. I just quickly, before I show what I was going to show next, just a quick note. I saw James Griffiths had put a note on the Facebook page a few weeks ago now, just basically asking the question, you know, what is the point of Rod Stewart? Well, James, I'll tell you what the point of Rod Stewart is. I must admit, for most of his career, 99% of his career, Rod Stewart has been a complete clown, a total waste of talent. But the fact remains is that, you know, in the early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, he put out a series of albums which are wonderful, you know, so definitely pick them up if you can. Obviously the Three Faces albums are all wonderful, but his solo stuff like Never a Dull Moment, Every Picture Tells a Story, An Old Raincoat Never Let You Down, and Gasoline Alley, any of which you, if you see them, pick them up. What I really like about those records is that, I mean, he's written some great songs himself, Rod Stewart, and particularly when you think about the late 60s, you know, once the Beatles came along and, you know, started making records where they wrote all the songs, that very much became the thing to do. Late 60s and certainly into the 70s, the whole singer-songwriter thing. Rod Stewart, on the other hand, is a great interpreter of songs. Stuff like, and I say, album like Never a Dull Moment. It's got originals on it like You Wear It Well, the opening track True Blue, written by Rod, but it's also got great cover versions on there. Stuff like Angel, the Jimi Hendrix song, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I'd rather go blindly at a James song. You know, great versions, and I like that. You know, it'd be very easy just to knock out a load of tunes just because you've written them, whereas I do like that sort of cherry pick type feel. But yeah, particularly this album, Never Dull Moment, if you do get a chance to pick it up, then do so. Coincidentally, I went to a gig down in London a few weeks ago, a band called Magpie Shalhoub, which contains several members that used to be in the Black Crowes, and they, in their set, they did a version of Every Picture Tells a Story, which is a cracking version as well. So yeah, very good. So another album worth picking up. Right, okay, and just on the subject of the Black Crowes, the lead singer of Black Crowes, Chris Robinson, his band, the Chris Robinson Brotherhood, they put out this 3-album live set. This came out a couple of weeks ago. I had to get a copy from Amazon.com. I couldn't get it on the UK site, and it's fantastic. Yeah, really nice live recording. It's so well done. I say it's like a triple gatefold sleeve. Lovely pressings, great sound. I mean, it's got that sort of Grateful Dead live feel to it, drawn out jams, but yeah, really like it, and so well done. As I say, to get it imported from the States, triple album, nicely packaged like that, it cost me less than 30 quid, including postage, which I thought was pretty good. So yeah, cool. Just quickly, I'll find it. Another album that I've been listening to is the Thundercat Drunk album. This is the vinyl version, which is split over, I think, 4 10-inch singles in a nice box. Totally impractical, but you know, nice for the collector. I've been listening to the digital version. I've had it on my phone for a little while now. Yeah, really like it. I know a lot of people have questioned, you know, the content, whether it's as good as it's been, as the hype it's been given. But yeah, I really like it. It's got the production's got a very compressed feel to it. Yeah, but it's got a real quirky flavour, so a little bit Prince-esque in places, which I'm sure that a lot of music is at the minute. But yeah, it reminded me of listening to the Outcast album, the Love Below. It's got that sort of interesting, quirky songwriting feel to it. Very funky, very nice. Got Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins on there as well. But yeah, check it out digitally. I think perhaps the CD would be the way to go with this, but worth giving it a listen. And finally, just on the subject of great vocals, talked about Rod Stewart earlier on, Nilsson Schmilsson. I've got most of the Nilsson albums. I think I'm missing one now. But this album I've been holding out for years. I mean, basically this is obviously his big hit. It's got Without You on it. You see it everywhere. It's always cheap. but I wanted to hang out for a mint copy. I wanted to pay hardly any money for it, and I wanted the poster which comes with it. So this cost me £3. It's in perfect condition. Obviously it's great from start to finish, and it includes the poster, which I must admit I am questioning why I was holding out for the poster, because it's pretty much the worst poster you'd ever get with a record. It's out of focus, black and white, absolutely shocking, but it's amazing what you used to get away with in the 70s, eh? So cool, cheers.